Hello everyone, I am sitting in a Pori center. It is a coastal city of Finland. Weather is 10 degree and is a bit cold here. Sun is shining but it is not so worthy and useful because in winter when there is a sun, hardly it comes. But that is useless except the light. There is nothing else, no warmness, no heat. Similarly, today's sun is shining, but the temperature is 10 degree, so it's a cold. I was cycling today towards the city center and I having a coffee, and then I thought that I could have a good chat with you guys. A recent topic which I am going to discuss with you just is continuing now, is on and on, is Iran Israel American war. On 28th of February morning time, 10 o'clock, Israelis struck Tehran and they killed the supreme leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, along with his children, and then many other people has been killed by the strike. American struck Manab school with Tomahawk missile and they killed more than 166 innocent girls. Human Rights Commissions loudly cried for that, and there is in Finland a Human Rights Commission. Finn stands for right. They were the first to condemn and ask for the action from Trump administration. Still no heeding, still no action to that. But my topic is not this actually. I am really thinking to talk about this war, not what happened, why it happened, but what was the end game, what had happened when there was a ceasefire. Pakistan played a very good role and they offered a very good opportunity to the whole the world that they can have this ceasefire. No country was coming forward, nobody was asking or speaking for the cessation in the hostilities between American and the Iranians, except Pakistan. Then Turkey was there and Egypt was there, but Pakistan played a leading role. Anyway, it was good for Pakistan also, and it was good for the world. You know, the Russians, they occupied in 1917, exactly 9 years before, whole the Europe they wanted actually, but until East Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Belarus, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Georgia, Ukraine, more than 15-20 countries they have captured in World War, after the World War II, before even that, and they built a very big empire. It's called Soviet Union. Believe or not, it was a vast area. The flight, if you take a flight from Kabul, it will take almost 15 to 20 hours to cross Soviet Union. River Amu is in near Kabul, Afghanistan. From there you start and then continue until Japan. You go to Japan and then you came to Norway, to Finland and the Baltic Sea. and you continuing if you want to go to United States, Canada, and you reach until Alaska. So that was Soviet Union. They captured the land, they attacked many nations, and they say the Russians have attacked so far to 90 nations. So far, the 90 neighbors they have attacked. And eventually God was watching over this and he gave a respite, to people. And in 1979, in December, they entered in Afghanistan. In January or in December, I forget exactly what was the date. And they went to Kabul. The Russians, the Soviet troops, they crossed River Amu and they entered in Afghanistan and they occupied Afghanistan. Pakistan, with the United States of America, with the help of the Saudis and other jihadi group, they defeated the Soviet Union and eventually they withdrawn the Soviet from Afghanistan in 1988. After 2 years, in 1990, the Soviet Union, a mighty superpower, and remember, there was two superpowers that time, American and Soviet Union. America and Soviet Union were two superpowers. And sadly, the Soviet Unions, they collapsed in a very bad manner, and more than 17 countries, they have taken a birth from that Soviet Union. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine, Georgia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, you name it. And yet many, they failed to take the liberty and independence. But it was unfortunate for Chechnya and for Dagestan, another state too. Those islands with the Japan. So the mighty superpower collapsed, and situation was this, that people were begging the food in the street of Moscow. And then came Mr. Vladimir Putin, and then there was oil and gas the Russians has, and they start exporting that to other countries, and they become, again, you can say, a mini superpowers. But Americans, they are on the stage alone, and they are hitting the road. A lone single superpower which left. And in 1980, in 90s, the Americans, they attacked small nations in Panama or Nicaragua and just, intervene there, incursions there, smaller incursions. But after 9/11, American went to Afghanistan, and then after that they attacked and went to Iraq. That story you all knows. American was very bogged in Afghanistan, and they came out from there just in 2022. After 20 years, they were struggling and fighting with the Afghan people in Afghanistan, and with them the whole world went there. All Muslim countries, the NATO countries, even from Latin America, you name it, any country, they joined in, they part in, and they become a coalition, and they went to Afghanistan to hunt down Al-Qaeda and the Afghanis. Killed millions of people, and then American was back. American were defeated in Afghanistan, but they didn't collapse the way Russians collapsed, the Soviet collapsed. So they came back, and then there was a war started in Gaza, and then there was a war started in Ukraine. And American, they were just helping both countries. About Israel, American don't help there. It's Americans, because of the American sake of American, the Israelis, they are killing people. The genocidal Israel is killing people because of the reason the only big brother America. If Americans today want to pull the plug, there is no Israelis left there to kill anyone. But it is the Americans who killed there, not Israelis. People blame Israel for killing the Gazans and Lebanese, you name it, but it is not. It is American actually. So it's a liability. Americans become the Israelis. They become a liability to America. But that's another story. We will discuss another way, another time. So American attack, trapped by Netanyahu, Bibi Netanyahu, and they went to Iran. And there, what happened? 38 days, they bombed Iran, more than 20,000 targets, and thousands of sorties, and they taken down all the infrastructure of the Iranian regime. And then Pakistani step in, and they have the ceasefires. So let's not forget that what will be the outcome for the Americans, for the Israelis, and for those who were the allies of the United States, like UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan. So all these countries, which way and what way they end up with the American, with the Israelis, the war in Iran, that part we will continue in our second debate and in part 2 of my vlog. So until that, take care and have a very good day from west coast of Finland.